Alright, so now we're going to talk about uppercase. How do I make all the letters in the string uppercase? So what we're going to do, we're going to type in a new file. Keep things nice and separate so it's easy for things to find. When you're looking things up, you forget how to do something. So say convert underscore uppercase .py. I want to take a string again. Let's say I just use the variable string. Hello, my name is John. Nice simple string. All the words are lowercase, all the letters are lowercase. And if I want to convert it to uppercase, we could do dot upper and identify itself, and then I can say print the string. And now I'll turn everything into uppercase letters. Hello, my name is John. I could also do the dot upper in here. Either way will be effective. As you can see, hello, my name is John, still all uppercase. And as you probably would expect, dot lower, make everything lowercase. Let's throw some uppercase letters in there just so you can see that it takes all. Hello, my name is John. So we just converted to dot lower for lowercase. And the same story applies up here. Dot lower. We want to convert that string. This is always good. This is good stuff for user input. Make it nice and easy on your program. Convert everything. Keep it consistent. Hello, my name is John. So we made all these letters lowercase. Why don't you do examples number 8 and 9 in your notes? Alright, next up is going to be returning the index. So let's do file new. Once again, Python file. Returning the index.py. So I'm going to make a variable called course. I say Python for beginners. And our goal is to return the index of each letter, one letter at a time for right now. So we do print the name of the variable. In this case, I use course. Dot. The keyword there that's new is dot find. So we're going to use find, open parentheses. I want to find the letter P. Where is that in our string? Well, it's located here in that little first slot. And no, it doesn't appear anywhere else either. So we're going to say run. We're going to run our correct file, which is returning the index. And it's at index 0, hence why they have a little 0 there. Remember, the first letter in our index is actually 0, it's not 1. If we said Y, that's when we're actually going to get an index of 1. So the second letter in our string is really our first. We'll receive the 1 in the index. The first letter in our string receives the 0 in our index. We just have to keep that in mind. With time, over time, you'll remember all those little details. I want to find the B in our string. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It should be here as number 11 in our index. Remember, spaces do get counted. And look at that. It's number 11 in our index. Why don't you try example number 10 in your notes. Alright, next thing that we're going to talk about is replacement. With replacement, we're going to now do in our file. So new replacement.py. Now I'm going to take some of these other files that, since it's getting a little cluttered, they're all saved over here. So let's resave them, save them all. So they're not actually going to be deleted when we delete them off the top here. It's okay if you X out of them, because they're all saved over here on these files in your file folder. I'm just cleaning it up because I don't like it when it gets too cluttered. So replacement.py. Type in our variable. Let's do still Python for beginners. As our string. Let's say I want to replace the word beginners and I want to replace it with experts. So to replace a word in a string, this is what we got to do. We do the print. We're going to take the variable name once again. We use course. Then we're going to do replace. That's the new keyword here, replace. And we're going to replace the word beginners, which is in the original string, comma, and then quotes once again. I'm going to replace it with expert. I'm going to do uppercase too, why not? And now we're going to run that. Replacement. Python for expert. So instead of it saying Python for beginners, it took out the beginners and I replaced it with expert. Now let's say I did a lowercase here and you have an uppercase there. Let's see if it recognizes it. Python for beginners. Oh no, it didn't. So it's case sensitive, so we got to be very careful with identifying the case. That would be uppercase or lowercase. That's where that dot upper and dot lower could be very helpful. If we wrote our program, take the user's input, we made everything into lowercase, and if we want to replace some words, we make sure our replacement words are in the appropriate case, which will be the lowercase if we convert everything into lowercase. So it all kind of comes together a little bit. If I did the vice versa, lowercase there, when it's an uppercase here, replacement, Python for beginners, it didn't actually get replaced because these two cases don't match perfectly. So let's do beginners there. Now Mr. B, what if the user makes a mistake and capitalizes the G in their original line and I don't have it there? Well, since they're different, it technically will not be replaced. It has to be the same string, same case sensitive string there. And when I do match them up identical, it does replace the word. So just be careful when you're doing your replacement. Why don't you try example number 11 in your notes, and then we'll move forward here. Alright, the last thing that I want to talk about is finding, in this section, to find a word in a string. So to find a word, so let's do file, new. We're going to do new Python file. Let's call this find underscore word.py. So we're going to find a word. Keep it going. Course, Python for beginners. Feel free if you want to copy and paste, that works too. So Python for beginners. I'm going to capitalize the B. I want to print I want to find the word Python in, which is a keyword. It's like a little mini program for that word. I want to find it in our string course. And we're going to do run find a word. True. The output's true that there is the word Python in our string. Now, true, why it says true, well, it's because it's a Boolean. Booleans are just true or false. So Python, that word does exist in the string. Now we can find out, we can type in another word, or let's just say, better yet, lowercase, as we just talked about, it has to be identical. So the Python, the word Python that has the lowercase p, it doesn't exist in our string. Unless if we type it in like that. True. The lowercase Python is being recognized, but that uppercase one is not. Try a different word. Let's say the. False. The does not exist in that string. 4. Be careful. 4 is also another one of those keywords. Make sure it's in that string. True. The word for is in this string called course. That's how you can find words. If a word exists, pardon me, to be more clear, to find out if a word exists in the string. And that's all we have for today's section. Why don't you do example number 12, and you'll be all done with this lesson. All right, have yourself a great day.